All right, today is your lucky day. Today is the day that I finally share the burrito rolling insider information on how to roll your tortilla and keep the ingredients from falling out. So this has been asked of me for a long time because every time I go to a Mexican restaurant or to Chipotle with friends, they get a fajita and they're just like, all right, you have to assemble your own burrito. People are usually pretty impressed. They're just like, oh my goodness, that's a really well-rolled burrito. How do you do it? So this is the result of all those requests of me showing people how to roll their tortilla and keep all the ingredients from falling out. And as you can see, I already started on half the bowl. I've got one more tortilla left. I was hungry when I first got Chipotle, so I couldn't wait any longer. So here I am making a video with the other tortilla that I got. And before we jump in, let me show you, and you probably know this life hack, but just in case you didn't already know about it, if you get the bowl to go and the tortilla on the side, and before any of you say, oh, but the tortilla costs extra, are you really saving money? You do save money. The tortilla was 25 cents extra. You get two tortillas, that's 50 cents extra. It's still cheaper than getting two burritos. So you get two burritos. It's going to be more expensive than getting one bowl and two tortillas if you roll it yourself. So it's a little bit more expensive out here at Chipotle. I live in California, so it was $10 for a Chipotle bowl that had steak in it. The steak looked a little bit fresher. I usually get chicken, and I got two tortillas on the side. So it came out to $10. So there's a little life hack for you. You'll save a little bit of money. But I'm going to show you how to do this with all of the ingredients, all of the supplies that you would get at Chipotle. So I'm not using a plate because I hate to do the dishes. Dirty dishes are no fun to deal with. I'm going to give you the step-by-step of exactly how I do it if I was at a Chipotle restaurant. So if I'm dining at one of their tables, this is how I would do it. So I make my mat here. I open up the foil, and the Chipotle that I go to, this particular one puts each individual tortilla in its own foil. That's actually much better. If you can ask them to do that, I know it's a tad wasteful to do that, but if your tortillas stick together, that's bad because the risk of tearing and then your ingredients falling out, it's a lot greater. So be careful when you're opening up the tortilla here. Make sure that it's not going to tear. And this looks good to go. No tears. And I'm going to lay this down on this tin foil and napkin mat that I've made. So I've still got over half the bowl left. So I'm already anticipating that I'm going to have to eat the rest of this with my fork instead of putting it all here inside of the tortilla. That's okay. You're just trying to get multiple meals out of really one meal that you've paid for. But because I skipped lunch today, I am going to go ahead and eat the entire bowl because I am very hungry. So the main trick here is to not overfill your tortilla. That is the cardinal sin people commit whenever they're trying to roll a burrito. And I forgot to mention my credentials for tortilla rolling for burritos. I worked at Moe's during high school, and that was my favorite restaurant at the time growing up. So I was like, what if I just got a job there? So I was trained by my man Jorge, and he showed me this method. So a shout out to Jorge on showing me how to do this. Okay, so this is a 12-inch tortilla, as you can see. And I haven't overfilled it. So you've got a good amount of tortilla there along the perimeter. So we're not going to have any issues with ingredients spilling. At least we shouldn't. We shouldn't have any issues with ingredients spilling out. You know what? I'm going to put a little bit more in there just to be safe. Okay, so first thing you do is you reach on the far end of the tortilla and you want to pull it towards you. And you're just trying to make a little pocket of filling here. Then grab the outside and pull it in. And you want a little bit of tortilla here on the side closest to you. But right now, you're just trying to pull everything into this little pocket and get it on this half of the tortilla. Okay, once we have that pocket, and I need a little bit more tortilla right here. Go ahead and grab the sides, pull it in, and you want it to overlap just a little bit. And this is important. Get your thumbs underneath the front closest to you right here. And you're gonna make this like a sleeping bag. If you've rolled up a sleeping bag while camping or at a sleepover or something like that, it's a similar sort of technique. So I've got my thumbs under the front, and I'm just keeping everything tucked in as I roll it over. And I reach ahead right here. I don't know if you can see that, but I reach ahead just a little bit, and I'm starting to fold it in, kind of like you're wrapping a Christmas present. You know how when you get to the corners, you have to go and fold the edges in, and it's all gonna come together just like that. Now, I probably could have put a little bit more filling in there, but that's at the risk of having ingredients fall out. But if I'm on the go and I want my burrito, my tortilla to stay together, this is the method that I use. And of course, if you have a bowl, you've got a fork, you can eat the rest of your ingredients, the rest of your filling with your fork. But hopefully this was helpful, and good luck rolling your next burrito.